Hey, welcome back to Music Sound Noise. Today we have a special guest. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
wasn't
For
lively.
mine itself, that wasn't enough.
That wasn't lively enough.
That wasn't lively enough? All
Let's
right.
try it again. Let's try it again.
No, we're going to keep that in there.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you solid.
Okay, welcome back to Music Sound Noise.
Music Sound Noise!
We have a special guest, not even a special guest, kind of like a house favorite. Y'all know who it is. Y'all see the hat. Y'all see the teeth. Y'all see who it is. Breakfast Santana, how you doing?
Breakfast Santana.
What's up, guys?
What's how you doing?
So I'm gonna just say this like right off Shabbat. I am so excited to have you here. Like, you are probably in the indie world, for me, you are the most popular indie artist that I know of. Yes. Like, when I'm such a fan, y'all, that she had posted on her Instagram, and I'm gonna put a clip somewhere in here. Atlanta teens, and I was like, she in Atlanta? I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to shoot my shot.
We gotta make it happen.
So I sent her a DM like, yo, I apologize. I know you don't know me like this, but would you like to be on our show and do an interview? And I was like, man, she gonna say no. She gonna hit me up on Monday like, huh? Right, I already left. And she really hit me back, and I was like, what? Like, we got 2 more interviews to do today, and we like, yo, we're gonna have to just get this in and like make it happen. So I'm so happy that you hit us back. Like, I really appreciate that.
I'm just glad you hit me back up, you know, and just said, come through. I'm always down, you know.
Yeah, even when you like reposted our review of your mixtape with Frankie. I was like, what? Like, she watched it? I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So like, I was just, man, I'm excited to have you here. I'm really happy to have you
Honor,
here.
man. It's an honor to have you here. Yeah.
So, you want to get into it?
Go for it.
Okay, so just to give you all a little bit of a backstory, Breakfast Santana is, we did a whole review of her mixtape with Frankie, and yeah, the mixtape was called Breakfast at Frankie's, and we found out about her through her single Baggage, in which actually on Spotify has more than 1 million plays. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Again, like, that's like amazing honor, I guess? Accolade, yeah. Amazing accolade to have as an independent artist, and I'm so surprised that more people don't know about you. Like, you're dope. You're just dope. So, to have her on our show is just, for us, it feels like a milestone. So I'm just happy about it.
Definitely a milestone. Like, when I heard Baggage for the first time, I don't even think, were we doing something else at the time?
No, we weren't.
I just heard it and I was like, yo.
I was getting ready to go somewhere and I was playing it, and he came in my room, he was like, who is this?
As soon as I heard that, I'm wondering that what do you spell in the beginning?
A-E-L-A.
A-E-L-A. Breakfast Santana. I was like, who is this?
Yeah, man. Well, I gotta definitely credit Kaji for that beat, though. And matter of fact, my girl's the one that found the beat on Twitter. She found Kaji on Twitter and just slid him through. Yeah, it's like, you know, somebody's looking to collab with anybody right now on a beat, and I'm just like, all right, I see what he's about. I hit up Kaji like, hey, I heard you trying to, you know, work. It's like, all right, let's do it. Sent me a beat over. It was called Powerpuff Girls, or Powerpuff Beat, something like that. And you know, from there, I just laid it out in the kitchen, and that was it.
That's in the kitchen.
And that became the infamous Baggage.
Yeah, it became the infamous Baggage. So, you know, credit Kaji 100% on that one. But
shout out to Kaji. Shout out to Mel for finding the beat.
Yeah. Shout out to Twitter.
Shout out to the internet. The internet making things happen.
Right. Across the scenes. Not to dwell on Baggage, but what is for those who have not heard the song? What is the inspiration or the core meaning behind that song?
So I had been in a bunch of previous just horrible relationships, just, you know, and I kind of carried them with me, one relationship after the next. And at the time, me and Mel weren't even together at the moment. We were living together, but we weren't together, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was sick like all the time, like, man. And so I just needed to get something off my chest. I needed to get everything and everything that I could in a creative way without like making it about one person, because it was a menagerie of people. But that's kind of where it came from, and I just had to make it sound bubbly and cheerful. I don't really like to do the sad shit, you know what I'm saying? So I just had to flip it into something fun and positive.
Dope. Like,
and you did it well.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So let's just go ahead and get into it.
Sure.
So what is behind your stage name? How'd you come up with this?
I was randomly just freestyling with one of my coworkers back at in JC Penney. When I was working at JC Penney, I was a loss prevention officer.
Shout out to JC Penney.
Right. Shout out to JC Penney. Nice $10 an hour job back in the day. You know. But I just kind of was just saying random shit, and it just kind of came out my mouth. I was like, oh, I like that. Like, I think I'm gonna just rock with it. But I didn't really use it for a long time. I was just drawing characters and stuff, and I think I'm gonna name this one, this is gonna be Breakfast Santana, this and that. And I was just like, I'd rather use that for my name, like my artist name, because I used to be Ayla, A-E-L-A, 253 A-E-L-A, it's all kind of random shit. I'm just like, nah, I like Breakfast Santana, I'm gonna just rock with it.
What is A-E?
That's my name. My name is Ayla.
You're spelling your name. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was dumb. My bad.
No, my full name is Mishaela, but I just shorthand Ayla. I grew up, with the name Ayla. So.
That's dope. Yeah. Okay. I like that. You can't forget it.
I thought
A-E-L-A, baby. Like a little acronym.
I didn't know if it was
I've tried to play with an acronym for access, excess, limited, limitless abundance, you know what I'm saying? So didn't really pan out for a clothing line, you know what I'm saying? It's too much. But I like Breakfast Santana, man. I can hide behind that character. I can be whoever I want to be in the moment.
Even when you all did the mixtape with Frankie's at Breakfast at Frankie's, I thought that was
that was a nice play on both of you guys' names.
Yeah, Frankie goes hard too. Shout out to Frankie, Pretty Boy Frankie. It's actually his birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Pretty Boy Frankie.
Yeah, man, he's out there in Japan doing his thing. So hopefully I'm gonna get my way down there, do a little bit bops performing.
That's dope. Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
All right, so where are you from?
I'm from Tacoma, Washington. Tacoma, Washington. It's like 30 minutes south of Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah. Grew up there, born and raised. I left when I was 22, and I came out to Texas. Forgot I was in Atlanta for a second. I got to Texas, man. I went to school in Dallas for a little bit, and then I moved back to Tacoma for 7 or 8 months, and was like, nah, man. I kind of just feel like Texas is where I need to be. So I've been there for almost 10 years.
Yeah. Shout out to making that move. That's hard.
Yeah, it's big, man. Especially when you're going by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I drove with a piece of paper for directions. MapQuest, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day before GPS was really active,
Yeah.
So it took 3 days, man.
Wow. I commend you on that. I commend you on that, because I remember MapQuest. I couldn't go down the street with MapQuest.
Don't miss your turn.
Ain't nobody gonna say turn around.
I gotta go back to my starting point. But nah, shout out to Washington. It's a West Coast connection apparently. Do you play any instruments?
No, growing up, I wanted to play the drums so bad. I wanted to go to little band practices and stuff. Take the bus in the morning. My mom didn't let me, so I was like, all right, fine. And then when I finally got a chance to play them for a little bit in 8th grade, my teacher died. So I'm like, damn, I ain't supposed to be playing nothing. And, I wanted to get into turntables and DJing and stuff when I was my parents just didn't want me to do music like that. It was more stick to your sports. I played ball, you know what I'm saying? I did taekwondo and shit like that. And that was it. They didn't want me doing no music. They didn't see anything with it, you know what I'm saying? So, nah, I didn't start doing music until I was in college. I was 20 maybe? I was a sophomore. Yeah, so.
Do you think that your sports backgrounds give you a more of a competitive edge?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I use a lot of sports references, you know what I'm saying? I love basketball. It's a very competitive, I just like being competitive, you know what I'm saying? I can do that better than you type shit.
Gotcha. So how do you feel, all right, for instance, for one question, are you and Frankie close?
I met Frankie on SoundCloud.
Okay.
About 2 years ago. Yeah, I just hit him up hey, we chop it up every few days or so, something like that. I just hit him up earlier today, but we got a couple things in the works.
So you guys built that relationship.
Yeah, we established that foundation.
Because I heard this from another artist. So when you guys collaborated on that mixtape, EP, do you feel like it's all right, you my boy, but I gotta kill you.
I'm not trying to cap Frankie ever. I don't ever want to know, because then that defeats the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ever trying to cap you on a track. We need to compliment each other. Because if you're not complimenting, then it's just sounding like, you know, you versus me type shit. And I'm not, that's not what I want to do. You know? And a lot of people have always tried to pin me. I've never said this to Frankie, but a lot of people have always tried to pin me and Frankie, like, oh, you know, Frankie got you on that one, Frankie. Like, there's a few tracks where I can hear, like, man, Frankie, he did eat me on that. You know, he did, especially like down ass bitch. Oh my God, he got another one he sent me earlier in the week, and I'm like, fuck, I don't even know if I can. You might want to do that one by yourself, bro. That's a little too hard. But I would never want to. I don't like competing against people. I hate that. I hate you're better than this person. I might be able to do something better than you, but if I'm working with you on a track, I don't want to be the nigga to like kill you on the track. That's not what it is. If you got something separate and I got something separate and we're trying to, head to head it, then maybe that's when I want to compete, because we're not on the same track together.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, I like to compliment when it comes to.
And I can see that. I don't remember the track, so forgive me, but on that
Clutch?
EP, was it Clutch? Well, you all went back and forth, and it was hard.
That was down as Bitch. Yeah,
okay,
and Michi was on that too. Michi was on that. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, so I was like, man, that shit was nice.
Yeah.
Like I could hear the compliments back and forth. So yeah, I agree with you on that. And I think, like just like you said, when people try to do each other, it sounds like trash. Like, maybe y'all should go back and do that.
Yeah, instead of like kind of low key talking shit about each other on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say there's a few female rappers who did that on a track about a year ago, but we ain't gonna call them out like that. I think we know. You know,
all positive vibes.
All positive vibes.
True.
Yeah. So speaking about female rappers, right? Since you brought it up, so Jermaine Dupri said what he said recently on social media, and us being listeners of independent artists, we were like, like there's definitely female artists out here that are talking about more than stripping. So what is your take on that?
I mean, he's probably only thinking about commercial artists, and a lot of people don't get the love. Like Tierra Whack. Tierra Whack's a beast, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could kill. There's a lot of artists out there. Lil Sims, she does her thing. But sex sells.
It does.
Sex sells, unfortunately. And in order to change that, it has to be a conglomerate of people, like a shit ton of female artists who just say, fuck it, we're gonna flip it and continue to stay in that direction. Outside of that, I mean, I get it. I get where he's coming from. He's right in a sense, like that's all they're pushing, but that's all we want to listen to.
And I agree with that. I think the only thing is that him being someone that this is his career, right? Music is your career. I think you have to always listen to the underground artists as well as the mainstream, because you need to hear something different.
Yeah.
Especially if you're still making music, like you get you get influence from everywhere. So the fact that all he's hearing is kind of sad, because then it lets you know, I don't think he's not really out there yet. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like I can kind of understand from the standpoint that he's Jermaine. One, he already hit his pinnacle, and I doubt he's like really out here seriously looking for music and making music like how he was back in his prime. One, two, he kind of, I wouldn't say represents Atlanta, but he is like an Atlanta old head. And living in Atlanta, especially living in Atlanta, it's trap and stripping. So I wouldn't be surprised if 9 times out of 10 the artists that I know, 9 times out of 10 the artists that we run into, that's not their content. But I wouldn't be surprised that if they do hear, if the artist that he does hear, trying to come up, that is what he hears.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, like, let's say like we blew up, right? And like we were like only messing with mainstream artists. At the end of the day, I know we would probably still listen to independent artists because that's just what we like. So it was just kind of unfortunate to have him say such a thing, especially since he brought out the brat. Like,
he did a long time ago, but it's like he doesn't want to take the time. I think me and Mel were just talking about this the other day. Joe Budden was just talking about it, saying like time is inventory, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to waste it. So if you have to go back, reinvest your time into rebuilding a message in a direction. He's older now, he's established, he doesn't feel like he needs to, he doesn't have the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's really gonna take like a really hungry ass, ambitious, you know, producer to really invest in somebody to get them into that direction and change the message. Jermaine Dupri got money. That nigga don't care no more, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So
That's true. Okay.
Speaking about influence,
All right.
who would you have to say was a major influence, not only to your rap style, but your music life?
Golly, I lived through Kanye West for years. I lived through Kanye West for years, bro.
That's true.
Like, he was determined. He was helping me make decisions with my relationships type of shit. Like, I was fucking up. Yeah, I was like, maybe I should.
Breakup album, can he?
Yeah, I think I had a few more problems than I needed, you know. But you know, it is what it is. But I love Kanye. You know, I've always loved Childish Gambino. I was obsessed with Gambino when he was just Donald Glover on Derek Comedy. You know what I'm saying? When I was in college, I was obsessed with him. And he reminds me a lot of myself. Outside of them two, I mean, I like Drake. That's just a given. As a kid, I listened to a lot of Diddy. I love Diddy. I love Puff Daddy. Yeah, that's who I really. And I listened to a lot of Jermaine Dupri's artists. Just, you know, I grew up on Criss Cross.
Yeah.
I had the Brat albums. I had The Bomb from Criss Cross, and the Brat was just killing the first track like it was nothing. It was, yeah. So I mean, I didn't have really too many influences, but the ones that I did, I really honed in on those artists. Yeah.
Okay. And so speaking of that, you as an artist, if there was any artist that you could work with, living or dead, and they could be producers, mixers, engineers, R&B artists for a hook, whatever, who would you choose to get in the studio with?
God, such a loaded and limited question at the same time. One artist, one producer. Shit, I mean, I would work with Kanye. I would work with Kanye. I know there's a lot of stigma behind Kanye right now, but if I could go back in time to the old Kanye, yeah, since we're gonna talk about bringing a dead person back, I'm gonna go back in time. Like, I want the old Kanye. We can make it work, yeah. So yeah, I would love to do something melodic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be awesome. 808s would even be, you know, 808s era would be perfect.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like Kanye may have a couple, sorry world, but a couple of timeless tracks where you like, I can see myself, you know, in the old folks home, like back in my day. Right? Okay. You got something?
So we talked about influence. What was your first memory of your first album, whether it was a kid, teenage years, that you personally picked out, that you personally bought? You remember going to the Tower Records or Best Buy or Circuit City that you was like,
that
Mom,
album you had
Dad,
to like beg your parents
I
for,
need that album.
They
What was
didn't.
that?
I didn't get out. You know, I was not allowed to purchase CDs and things like that. Like I didn't grow up like that. It was weird. Like, I don't know why I ended up doing music.
It wasn't supposed to be.
Supposed to be like this. I was supposed to play basketball. My knees went out. But no, I mean, maybe when I got my first job, when I was working at McDonald's, I was like 15 or 16, and I bought a mixtape online. And my mom, I don't even, you know, like, I was just like, I'm gonna buy something. I want to buy a mixtape. I bought a fucking mixtape online that came in the mail. My mom was like, what is this? Like, it was like, it's a mixtape. You know, like, she was upset, like I was spending my checks on music. I'm like, fuck, like, all I get to listen to is the radio and Luther Vandross every day. Like, come on, man. But, you know, after that, I was just like, I felt like, I had money, so I felt like I was in control at that point. So, my memory of music, my first purchase was just it was like a representation of me having control. So
I like that.
So, seeing that, you know, your parents seem to not really care for the whole music scene, do they know what you do now? How do they feel about it?
Oh yeah, they know what I do. It's funny because my dad makes beats. My dad makes beats now. My dad makes beats. I got a couple. There's a song on Spotify right now called Pay It Forward, and my dad made that beat.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad made that beat. And I'm like, he was just playing around and stuff. Like, he saw me and my brother. My brother had just got out of prison. What's up, Marcus? He just got out. Yeah.
What up, Marcus?
he just got out, and we were just like, you know, let's do some music and shit. My dad came out to visit us in Texas, and he was like, I like this, you know, I think I'm gonna go and get me a laptop and make some beats. And me and Marcus were like, all right. And then sure enough, that nigga did. And we're like, all right. So he started making beats.
So family.
You know what I'm saying? So
is your pops retired?
nah, my dad still works, man. He still works. He's in law enforcement. So yeah.
I'm about to say that right.
I'm gonna have to make a whole album with him one day, man. You know, it could be a banger because my brother can really rap his ass off. You know,
does he make music? Like, is there anything to find him on? Or?
He goes by Two Black, Two BLACC. He might be on a couple of my songs on SoundCloud.
Okay.
So there's a track that we did called Don't Stress. It was one, we got like 3 or 4 songs together, but you can find them on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Yeah, we was working on a little thing called Firstborn.
Okay.
You know.
That's dope.
It's my older brother.
So that's pretty cool. Just shout out to Marcus again.
Shout out to the whole Santana family.
Right, right. Because like we're a close-knit family, so like I love to see people that like are close with their family. Like when people find out that we are siblings, they're like, y'all real close. And we're like,
So
knowing him all my life. Like, that's all I got. I trust him other than somebody else.
Right.
So.
And likewise, we're a musical family. I think if it wasn't for our parents, she probably wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
She grew up playing the clarinet. I grew up playing the drums.
My dad played the trumpet.
Nice.
Like, music was
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah. We would like quicker like play music than turn on the TV.
Real talk.
Yeah.
And like if it wasn't for my father and our father and our mother's influence, like we wouldn't have the music knowledge that we have now. Saying growing up, we listened to everything. Growing up, we listened to
Everything. That's bomb.
AC/DC to like jazz.
Yeah.
In high school, my favorite album was Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits.
Oh, word?
Yeah, and I would like roll up to school bumping that. Like people were like,
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, what were people thinking? Like,
yeah, people were
you know?
like, and then like, you know, not many people had cars, so we had a car,
Right.
and like, or I had a car, and like our high school there was like this big hill, and everybody had that one song that they used to turn on so you could see them coming down the hill.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, we're gonna play. What was that song? Oh shit, it was like Family Man. How did it go? Fleetwood Mac. I think it's Family Man. So anyways, put that up and I'll be coming down the hill, and
we had nice to have speakers too.
Yeah, my dad would put sound system in the car, and like my friends would be like, "Yo, we said put something on." At the time, it was like Lil Wayne, the drought was hot and stuff like that. So we were like, we were talking about that, not Fleetwood who? Like,
See, you go down like that.
So music is big in our house. But okay, so it's not about us, right? It's about
I
you.
mean, it can be. No, it's the whole thing over here, man. It's the whole thing.
What would you say is your musical style?
That's I don't know. I mean, like I just like to have fun, man. Like I just write when I'm in the mood. My musical style, bouncy, shit. You know, like I'm definitely not. I'm not gangster. I ain't hardcore. You know. But,
your music definitely it feels good. It's something that you can put. It's something that I put on when I'm getting ready to go out, and you know you want to feel good when you get. Nobody want to be melancholy.
Right. Like I really just want people to be able to play my music when they're like folding their clothes, you know what I'm saying, washing the dishes, you out, you know, you just chilling in the house, or you gonna take it straight to the car after that and turn it up, you know. Like I really like mundane type things that you can play the music to, you know.
Definitely drive to work music.
Yeah, straight up. Straight up. Drive to work music.
Like I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I got you. So let's do it.
So you talked about like how you kind of grew up in a house. I want to say that had an absence of music, for lack of better words. So what made you get into it? Like what made you just go against the grain like this is me?
I mean, I always loved radio music because that's what I had access to for the most part. You know, we had like old Michael Jackson greatest hits and stuff like that. You know, we had like probably 6 or 7 CDs in the house. That's it, my whole life, right? But when I was in college, I was around my friends and, you know, a couple of people I was at a house party, basically. And there was a bunch of people that were freestyling and stuff, and some of them were my friends in there, and I'm just like, I'm listening to them, and in my head, I'm just like, I know I could do that better. Like it's just something I knew I could do it better. And I went in there and I busted out a quick rap. I did not know I could freestyle for the moment. I guess I was just kind of fucked up and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. But normally I do not freestyle. But I went in there and just kind of like did my thing. And they were like, oh shit, Ayla can rap, you know? It's like, oh shit, I can rap. So I just started writing, you know, after that. And it just worked out for me. It just clicked. I was just like, it's natural. Why am I in school right now type shit? I finished. Don't get me wrong. But like, why am I here? I could do a whole lot more.
That's interesting, but I knew that it was fate. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. So speaking about, you know, how you got into it, you have a song playing right now in the background. Do you want to tell people what we're listening to?
Like a Mack. This is Like a Mack. It's produced by Streety Baby. Y'all check him out. He's a bomb ass producer as well. I wrote this before I sent him over, before he sent me the beat. I just wrote it and I was like, can you dress this? And he laid a nasty ass beat over it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it over again with the second verse. And so he had the first verse and then he just like dressed it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna come back on top of it and do another verse. So it's like, you compliment me here, I'll compliment your beat here. And it just worked out. But I just wanted to have a good time with it. You know, Nip just passed. And when I wrote it out, it had a Nip flow, like the whole flow to it. The lyrics were the same, but the flow is all Nip, all Nipsey Hussle. I was like, I can't just come out like that, so I had to put my own shit on it, you know, like put my own vibe on it. But that's what it came out to be. I love it. I mean, it's a nice song to dance to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it. So like, is this your latest single?
That's my latest single. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a shit ton of beats and a shit ton of lyrics on my phone right now. I just gotta lay them out when I get back home. It's a wrap. Yes.
That's dope. Okay, so can I keep on going?
Go for it.
So being that you, you know, you are a rap artist, do you ever lose, I guess, your style, or do you ever not feel like getting into the studio and actually, you know, laying a track or writing songs? And if you do, how do you find that inspiration again?
So my studio is in my studio apartment, right? So if I don't feel like doing it, it's just like right behind me and I'm on the couch. I'm smoked out, like I don't want to do this right now. Like I don't like to force myself to do. If it's not there, it's not there. I have a ton of broken rhymes that are just sitting there, you know, and if I feel like something inspires me, typically it's like an older person who says something and I'm like, oh, you know, I can vibe with that, you know, but it's either like a triggered event that makes me want to like really get in there and blow it out, or you know, like an interaction with somebody and I'm like, I take bits and pieces of that conversation, or I'll take what I felt about that conversation and I'll just go apply it to a track. But it's never like force yourself to do it, because then it sounds like ass, you know what I'm saying? It just sounds like you're trying to make things up. Like I don't want to just produce shitty ass lyrics. So if it comes, it comes. If it don't, then I just let it ride until life happens.
Got you. I commend you on that, because like I think there's a lot of rappers out here, let me just say artists, but there's a lot of artists out here that I call them like Instagram artists. Like their antics are getting them further along versus their actual music. Yeah. And you know, you talk to them, they just don't really, I don't feel like they know where they're going, or they have a true passion for it. But to hear you speak and then to actually hear your music, I'm like, yo, like, I think that's why I really fuck with you so tough, because I feel like you have the possibility like to really be out there and like make it mainstream, and I really hope you do, because you give the world something different, and your style is so unique. Like you said, it's bubbly, and I really fuck with that. Like nobody wants to hear about ass and titties all day. No. Nobody wants to be melancholy. So like I just really appreciate you as an artist, and you know, I really hope you do make it.
Likewise, you still that you have like this feel good vibe to you. Still, I don't know, maybe it's your voice. You still have like this edge to it. It's not like it's like popish.
Yeah.
Like you know, it's still like I can still. I wouldn't really care if I listened to it, I felt away. But like I can still, you know, I'm still like with it, you know?
Yeah.
But would you classify yourself as a rapper?
Yeah. I would classify myself. I can't sing. I cannot sing. All right.
Is there any genre that you can see yourself breaking into? Other than
Shit,
hip
I mean, I
hop?
can do country.
Country?
I like
Country?
that.
That's interesting.
I can see it though.
Yeah.
I can see it. That yeah.
I would have a good time. I would have fun. Like, yeah, it sounds. I can make my voice real. Like, I can make it country if I need to.
That's when you
Yeah.
said it. I was like, her voice would be so dope
Yeah.
on the country beat.
That would be fun. I might have to hit somebody. Thank you for sparking that. Yeah, I might have to just hit up my boy and have him make a country beat for me. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Look what you started.
Man, it's all,
I gotta put you in the credits now. I gotta put you in the credits now.
No, just shoot it to us so we can review it first.
Definitely.
That's
Make
all.
that work.
So you always ask a question. I'm kind of waiting for you to ask it.
You want kind of wait for me to ask it?
Yeah.
Is it about fashion?
It is. I've been waiting for you to get to it.
All right. Well, I mean, I know you.
Cause I like her steez, so I'm like, man, you gonna ask? Like,
Hey,
what's
well, I
up?
mean, I'm trying to give you the moment. I know you fangirl, you know. So you gonna go ahead.
Got it like that.
Nah, not like that.
Damn, okay.
Go ahead, let you do it. So, for those who do not know what steez is your overall appearance. Every time you see us, we're always steezed out. So,
Unless you're in our pajamas.
right? Which has happened. But Santana, well, how could you explain your steez and how do you relate it to your music?
And before you answer real quick, if y'all don't follow her on Instagram, like she always has on a dope fit. So like, you can tell she's someone that's fashion forward and she clearly cares about how she looks. So go ahead.
Well, yes, I'm a very self-conscious individual, so I like to, make sure I'm all right. But I mean, I'm an H&M baby for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I'm a petite, little 5'5". I'm small, so I gotta find clothes that fit me. I can't go to Target and go get a shirt, a small shirt, that look like fucking large on me. Yeah, I'm saying. I love Target, don't get me wrong, but the shirts, like, I go to the men's section, you know what I'm saying? Like, I shop in the men's section, which is not easy when you're small, because all the smalls are taken up quickly. You gotta get it while you can. Like Zara, you gotta get it while you can. Don't, Cotton On. I shop at those. I'm not gonna bust my bank for clothes. If I can make it look good, I'm gonna make it look, and I'm gonna make it last. So I don't get shit that stands out too much, because then what if I want to go to the damn grocery store one day and someone's like, "Hey, I seen you in that like a month ago." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like, come on, I seen you on Instagram on that a month ago. It's like, this is a fucking shirt. I like to keep it simple, but I keep it clean. Something that it's a timeless wear. If you see this later, or a photo of me later, 10 years down the road, I still look current. And I don't like to date my clothes. I don't like to date my music either. So that's kind of where it, coincides with each other. It's just, I don't like to trend anything out. I just like to keep it classic. If I see somebody doing something trendy, I might do it, but less than what it is. I don't like to be too loud.
Yeah, bring it down nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like, clothes don't make someone the person in it makes the clothes.
Facts.
And I feel like for me personally, like I said, I think we're both pretty fashion forward. It's all about the quality.
Mm-hmm.
If the quality of this clothing is right, then it's something that you can make timeless.
Yeah.
If it was made well, you can definitely watch that motherfucker 20 times.
Oh, yeah. Man, I found out some things about jean culture or just denim culture a couple days ago. Matter of fact, like you ain't supposed to wash your jeans for like 7 or 8 months. You're just supposed to put them in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to put them in the freezer and just like let the odors and stuff kind of dissipate.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And that's like jeans now. Jeans now compared to jeans back in the day.
Certain jeans, like if they're thick, like them Japanese, I forget what it's called. It's like Japanese something jeans. It's just like real good quality denim. You don't want to wash that shit for like 8-10 months. Just put it in the freezer and shit. And if you do wash it, like wash it alone. I learned a whole lot of shit at the mall the other day, bro. Lennox done hooked it up, yeah. Lennox. Shout out to Lennox Mall, man. Hooked it up, man.
Okay, the whole bucket.
Yeah.
All right. Can I ask?
Go for it. Not to.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so all right, you want me to finish it up? Okay, so I'm gonna ask three last questions. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Do you have any upcoming shows or performances that you would like the world to know, somewhere they can catch you, just anything?
I mean, you can catch my music videos, you can catch my songs online, things like that. But I actually do not go out and just, perform. I don't do that. I mean, I can. I just choose not to. You know what I'm saying? I like to just make my music homegrown, straight up. Go record, go shoot videos, and then push that shit online because it's easier to access info and just data and everything. Everything is online now. I don't really like to put my body out there like that and risk the distance. And I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I also have to worry about somebody possibly attacking me. I don't have security and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I like to do my shit online.
Gotcha. I respect that. Did you have something to say?
I was gonna pretty much ask why.
And then she
Answer, yeah. You can catch breakfastsantana.com for more info, updates, yeah.
YouTube or what? Okay.
Alright, I do have a follow-up question off that question.
Okay.
So when it comes time for you to do, because I imagine you would naturally have to do this.
Have to, yeah. People ask me all the time. I'm just like, no.
So, like, let's say, like, to build your popularity or to, like, let's say, I don't know, who's someone that you really admire right now?
As an artist?
Yeah. Childish.
We'll go with Childish. Childish Gambino, yeah.
Let's say Childish it creates another album, right?
Right.
And he's like, yo, I want you to go now.
I'm gonna go do that. Yeah. If Childish Gambino said, hey, I want you to have one of my kids, I say yes. I don't care. How do you want to do this?
No.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm there for that. There's some extenuating circumstances that I'll say yes to, but, I'm not just gonna get on an empty stage. I know I should grind my way up there and stuff like that. I've done that before, and I just don't like doing that. It's easier for me, and I'm more comfortable in my own element, and that's just working at home, working with people in intimate settings, and keeping it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And I agree with you. And like nothing. I'm gonna try to say this the best way possible. I've gone to a lot of independent shows and seen a lot of indie artists, and I will stay from the time it starts to the time it ends. A lot of people will go perform their set, or they'll wait around, perform their set, and leave. And then, like, you have that last artist, and it's just you and the bartender and the last artist, and I'm like,
exactly. And I've been in those positions. You know what I'm saying? I've been in larger and smaller positions. I mean, my first time ever performing was like 900 people at a talent show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in college, and then going from that to like, oh, you gotta like this and that. And I'm like, I don't want to do this and that.
Y'all still in here?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like doing that. And plus, when I do get on stage, I'm not gonna lie, I get right off the stage with the mic and I'm walking through people and I'm talking and I'm rapping and shit like that. And I'm bouncing around, but I don't want to be, I don't want to ever have to be attacked. I can't help but get down and get into it with the people, and I don't want to be disrespected in any way by somebody who really don't like me, but they're out there. So.
Yeah, the reason why I asked the question was for the for stage presence. Like, how would you feel? Do you feel like being the fact that you don't perform, probably I would say regularly, do you feel like you would have like that confidence or that backing to be up there?
Oh yeah, it's really like riding the bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me at least, because I'm not really worried about like someone saying, oh, she sucks or something like that, or like, if they're standing there staring at you, looking at you, they're listening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried like, oh, they don't like it, because if they didn't like it, they leave. I've left performances, not indies, but just like big commercial performers. Like, you're not doing it for me, I'm gonna leave. But the people that just stand there looking, they're engaged. It's like, oh shit, she's actually saying something. I don't really have a problem with like getting on the stage and like doing me. I just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I respect it. I feel it.
It's a lot of restraint. I ain't gonna lie. Like, sometimes I'll be like, I'll see people on stage and I'm like, man, I can get up there and like really hype this nigga up, but it is what it is,
I mean, I feel like you gotta be confident.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All that shows.
Yeah, because once you go outside your comfort level, like you said,
it's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap. You'll see it.
Agreed. All right, so I'm gonna ask my 2 questions. All right, so 1, what is your favorite riding song? Like, what is the song that you put on when you about to like hit the highway and it's your shit and you like Oh yeah, I'm about to.
When I'm alone, I play a lot of MJ. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Like I play a lot of I will kill Human Nature all fucking day type shit. Like I like R&B to be honest with you. Or I'll throw on some old Kanye. I really I burnt the hell out of 808s. I love Victory Lap. Bullets Ain't Got No Names, Volume 3. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I really vibe out to. But that one go-to song would have to be like Human Nature. That's the most burn on my Spotify. Yeah.
That's dope. All right. So to wrap it up, is there anything that we did not cover that you want to tell the people? Is there anything you want to say? Like just anything at all?
I mean, follow me on Instagram primarily because that's where I'm most active. Facebook, if you can find me there. BreakfastSantana.com. I mean, just keep up with me because I'm always doing something different with somebody different. No song is ever sounding the same. No vibe is really, a horrible, negative, melancholy vibe. I'm just a real ass. I'm a regular person out here just making some good tracks, some good vibes. So make sure you check out the music. Make sure you follow Music Sound Noise.
Oh, thank you.
All right. But it's been a pleasure being here with you guys. It's a blessing.
Thank you for this last minute interview.
Absolutely right. Just up the street. I was just at Homegrown, matter of fact. The Homegrown Georgia, the restaurant.
Yeah.
So I was like 10 minutes up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's another. I was like, man, I hope she also got away.
No.
Don't exactly know where you are. It's kind of big, right? But once again, thank you for coming out. Like you said, last minute. Please, if you guys have not listened to this woman, please go check her out. Breakfast Santana, AELA. Please.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.